Print on demand is one of the best business models out here. There's no inventory to manage, there's no stressful shipping, and this business can be truly ran from anywhere you have internet connection. It almost sounds too good to be true to most people, but after helping hundreds of people with this business model, I can assure you that it's not. Angie here, and as someone who has been working online full-time since 2010 and doing print on demand for the last 7 years, my mission is to help you cut through all of the fluff and get to exactly what works. So today we're going to tackle all the way from the beginning with niche selection all the way to getting your very first sale. So first, let's talk about niche selection. And with this, you have to decide if you're going to run your print on demand store alongside of a Facebook theme page or if you're going to rely solely on Etsy traffic. And if you don't know what a Facebook theme page is, I do cover this in a lot of my other videos, but it's basically a Facebook business page around one topic or niche. And then on that page, you share things like viral memes or quote photos, and you gear this towards one particular audience. So for example, you could have a dog theme page where you are sharing all posts about dogs that tend to go viral, and then you can sprinkle in and promote your print on demand dog themed products. Now just understand that there is no right or wrong answer here. They both work, and I actually do both. So one of my Etsy stores relies solely on Etsy traffic, and the other one gets all of the traffic or the customers directly from the theme page. But there are just a few slight differences in how you would launch one versus the other. And for many, many years, I relied solely on Etsy traffic, and that 100% does still work. And if you would like a reference for that, my husband started a brand new store just about 30 days ago, and we have been documenting his journey on my channel and his, so be sure to follow both of us. Now, when it comes to Facebook theme pages, this is my new favorite way to launch an Etsy store. And this is where you are creating for a specific community that you are actually a part of. But this can't be something small, right? It has to be something big and viral worthy. For example, pit bull moms is definitely viral worthy. There are tons of pit bull moms out there that are absolutely obsessed with that niche. And if you are a pit bull mom and part of that community, it will help you to 10 times your results much faster when you build a community around that. Keep in mind, we are not just drop shipping random products here, we are actually creating designs. And designs that sell tap into emotion and identity. So let's discuss some great niches that have emotional connection and identity. People in the fitness industry are strongly emotional about that topic and identify heavily with things related to that. And then we also have pets, professions, mental health. These are all really great, strong identifying niches. When you tailor your products to one group of people and really double down on that group in your store, conversion rates can double. And so when you're looking to generate traffic from Etsy and get those customers and those sales, it's really, really important as a new store, you're looking at the competition of the listings that you want to create. Now, competition isn't as important if you have your own community that you're building on Facebook theme pages. However, it would still be beneficial to you if you also want to tap into Etsy traffic. And so if you do both, optimize your listings in low competition pools of buyers and also have a theme page to drive traffic, your listings are going to sell 10 times faster than other Etsy sellers. So in order to confirm and validate a listing product idea, what I do is go to the Etsy search. I look for the best sellers, and then I will use a tool like Sale Samurai to confirm and validate that idea by looking at the search volume, the amount of customers that are looking for that product versus the competition, and that's how many sellers have listings using those keywords. And our main goal as a brand new Etsy store is to jump into a small pool where the listings have a small amount of Etsy sellers, where it is already proven to generate sales, but the competition isn't so steep that you can't get in there and compete for those buyers. And from there, we need to create a winning design that is similar enough to to other designs that are already selling, but unique enough to make us stand out. So when it comes to designs, I like to do something called the hybrid method, where we look at two different winning bestsellers. Sometimes they can even be in different niches, and we combine the elements of two different listings in order to come up with a brand new winning listing that is unique to us. So research is the name of the game when it comes to validating product ideas, designs, and keywords. Those things are all absolutely essential to creating a winning listing. And my tool of choice to do that is Sale Samurai. And so here would be an example of winning numbers when it comes to search volume versus competition. Anything under about 2,500 for competition is fairly good for a new store. Obviously, the lower that you get when it comes to competition, the more chances are that you're going to be able to sell to those buyers that are searching. And when it comes to actual product selection, my best advice is to start with just literally one product. Now, if you want to do t-shirts, do t-shirts, right? A lot of people out here will say that t-shirts is saturated, but I assure you they are not, because there's always going to be a pool of new buyers that are searching, and there's always going to be new trends that people are out here looking for. And t-shirts is still one of the number one print-on-demand products for a reason. We also have sweatshirts and mugs. Those still do very well also. And once you truly understand search volume versus competition and what makes winning designs, then you can really jump into any product that you want. So some additional winning product ideas: pillows, ornaments, pajamas, and blankets. And there's literally thousands of more different products that you can choose from, but all of these sell well all year long. Whether it be holidays or evergreen, there's always something to sell. And I always like to try several simple designs, and once I see what begins to sell, I really hone in to one design and make it into a template, and then that template can be replicated across many different designs and micro niches. So let's say you have a general dog theme page. You can recreate that design for all different types of dog breeds and simply switch out the dog breed name. That makes it super simple and efficient to create winning listings over and over and over again in the same niche, but niched down into micro niches with one template design style. All right, now let's talk a little bit about startup costs. This is always one of the number one questions that I get. Yes, you absolutely can start with $0 if you do a Printify pop-up shop, which costs no money to set up that website, and you can get going right away. But let me share exactly what I would recommend if you have about $300 or so. I would set up an Etsy store, and as of now, Etsy has changed it so that it is $29 to set up a store. I would also recommend getting Printify Premium as soon as you've made a few sales in order to improve your profit margins by paying less for each product on Printify's platform. And again, you only pay for a product once something has sold. So you collect the money from the Etsy customer and you pay the wholesale price for the product to Printify, and then you keep the difference. So Printify Premium puts more money back in your pocket. Again, that's $29 a month. The research tool that I use has a free trial, and then it's just $9 per month. It's one of the most inexpensive tools out here, and it will be priceless for your business. And then you will need a design tool like Canva, which is also free to start, but I highly recommend when you can upgrading to Pro for $20 per month. That's going to give you a lot of extra features. And then you want to set aside some money for product costs, because Etsy does have a delay window for new stores of actually getting paid. So you will have to upfront the cost to Printify in order to print and ship those products to your customers if you're doing it on Etsy. So you'll want to set aside something like $100 to $200 to cover those costs until Etsy starts to pay you, sometimes weekly or daily from there. And then lastly, if you are solely reliant on Etsy for your traffic, you may want to consider some advertising budget of about $100 or so. Now, bear in mind, Etsy does not allow you to run ads for the first 2 weeks of opening a store, and they will slowly increase how much you can spend on ads over time. So I would initially allot for about $100 in ad spend to get started. So around $300 to $400 will get you off to a really good start. So once you have set up your Etsy store store, then you need to go ahead and connect your store to Printify so that when the orders come in through Etsy, they are transferred to Printify. They will print, pack, and ship your products directly to your customer. And if you need to know how to do this integration connection, I have a full video showing how to set up your Etsy shop along with Printify and make sure all of your settings are right so that you can start selling right away and make sure everything is on point. I'm going to link that video down below in the description for you. And from there, it's time to start adding your designs into Printify so that you can then publish them to Etsy. Now, before you launch your store, I highly recommend researching and creating about 20 to 50 designs to have ready to launch your store. And when you're creating these products within Printify, you get to price them however you would like. Now, I highly recommend doing somewhere between 35 and 45% profit margins, and I like to use a profit calculator in order to make sure that I have all of the fees and everything accounted for, and so I fully understand what my profits are. And for that, I like to use the Sale Samurai profit calculator. It's right inside of that tool. So that tool that I mentioned for research that is $9 per month, you also have that profit calculator built in. And no, you do not need to be the cheapest on Etsy. One of the number one things that people stress about is price. And they often see a lot of sellers listing their products for cheap, but they don't understand sometimes it's a loss leader. Sometimes it could be a digital file that is actually making the cost of the item look lower. But once you get into the listing, the actual product that you're selling that comes from Printify is a lot higher priced than you would have thought. In addition to that, shoppers often associate a higher price with higher quality, so I tend to price my products on the higher side and get higher profit margins. Also, some sellers do start with a break-even price point and slowly increase their price as they gain authority on the platform, so that's something to keep in mind as well. When it comes to getting visitors to your store, sales will become inevitable when you focus on these 4 things. Number 1 is SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. And that simply means Etsy as a platform is a search engine. And so buyers come there with buyer intent and they're typing in search terms to find products that they want. And so when you use these search terms, also known as keywords, in your title, your description, and your tags, those buyers are going to be able to find you. And when it's done correctly, it works every single time. Year after year after year, niche after niche after niche, product after product after product. From there, Etsy loves daily activity. They want to see serious shop owners. They want to see shop owners that are working on their store every single day. They want to see listings every single day, especially with print on demand. So daily listing has been essential for me and my students. And consistency is almost more important than anything else on this platform. I've had people comment on my videos and say when they set up their store, they made a handful of listings and then they just left their store, and 6 months later they still have no sales. And that right there explains exactly why. Etsy doesn't view them as a serious seller because they're not active in their store. And if you're running a theme page, this is one of the most simple and best way to get a rush of sales instantly. And you can do that by polling your audience which designs that they like best, sharing behind the scenes, getting ready for your launch. You can share, if you want to purchase the samples of a product, you can share actual real lifestyle shots, or you can use AI to create those lifestyle shots as well. Now let's talk about Etsy ads a little bit further. You cannot do Etsy ads the first 2 weeks of your store. However, moving forward from there, I would highly recommend considering it, especially if you're relying solely on Etsy. Now, when you're out here listening to videos by various Etsy sellers on YouTube, you will often hear conflicting advice. Some say don't use ads, some say do use ads and they are essential. And in my opinion, the only advice that you should be weary about is the person that says, my way is the only way, everyone else's way is wrong. And that is because there are absolutely multiple ways to do this and they all work. It just comes down to personal preference, how you work best, and maybe even what your personal experiences have been. Now, I do understand why some YouTubers say that their way is the only way, because it is actually a cult building tactic, an us versus them type of thing, and it's a marketing strategy. However, I'm here to be transparent with you guys and cut through all the fluff and let you know, yes, you can build an Etsy store without ads. You can build an Etsy store with social media. You can build an Etsy store with 100% Etsy organic traffic. Is one way better than the other? Possibly, depending on how you operate your business. If you're doing social media, then obviously you may not need Etsy ads. But if you're not doing social media, then Etsy ads are definitely a way to ramp up your sales a lot quicker. So I hope that makes sense. And when it comes to deciding on what information you're going to take on board, I highly recommend finding one person that you want to take advice from and listen to their advice if they have a proven track record of success. Otherwise, it can get really confusing. You can start listening to too many people and then just end up stuck because you don't even know which advice is right or wrong, right? Like I said, maybe they all work. It just comes down to personal preference. Now, I have always been profitable with Etsy ads, and that is because I put in the research first. I do not recommend doing ads if you're just winging it, if you're just putting up whatever you want to sell and you haven't done the proper research, because then at that point you probably will be wasting money. But if you know there's search volume for that product, if you know the competition is low, if you know your designs are good because you've researched other winning designs and made yours unique based on winning designs, then you know that if you turn on ads, that is just going to give you a boost to your sale. And then as the sales come in, you want to track what's working and do more of that. Double down on what is working, create more designs and different micro niches with the template that is winning, and maybe even variations of that design for the same keywords. All right, so now that we have covered all of the ins and outs of the business side, we need to talk about the mindset side. A lot of people want to skip this part, but this could make or break your success. Etsy print on demand absolutely can be an automated money printing machine when done right. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that it will be that for you or that you will even ever make $1, but when done right, when you put in the work over a consistent period of time, the likelihood of that happening is very, very high, right? It is a proven business model. But most people, when they're brand new, do not start out with a store that starts taking off right away. So the best way to approach this is to go into it with the mindset that over the next year, you are going to develop the skill set in order to make this work. This is not get rich quick. This is something that takes daily work and effort. Now, over time, as you get better at it, you can launch new stores like I do and make over $4,000 in your very first month. However, that is not realistic for most people that haven't developed the skill set yet. You have to put in the reps. You have to build those muscles. You have to repeatedly do those actions in order to create long-term winning digital assets. Now, in order to manage your profit expectations, you really should go into this not focusing on the money, but focusing on the action. Focus on getting 500 to 1,000 listings for your niche. And just fully know and understand, if you can get one sale, you can get thousands of sales. Once you get that one, you've proven that the process works. And understand that it is going to take time to build momentum. If other people have done it, it's already been proven that you can do it too. It's a proven business model. So if you keep showing up, keep putting in the work, all of that work will compound over time and start resulting in hundreds, maybe even in thousands of sales per month when done correctly. The goal is to just keep getting better by 1% day after day after day until you fully understand exactly what works. Now, you've got all of the information here on YouTube, but you do not have to understand it all up front. You just have to commit to taking that first step and then the next step, and all of it will unfold as you go. As you absorb yourself in the doing and the learning, it's going to become more clear day after day. Now that you've got the full entire blueprint and the roadmap, it's time to put this to work for you. I have tons of videos and playlists on my channel going more in depth on every single thing that we talked about here today. And once you're going and you've built a little bit of understanding and confidence and you would like further support, I would love to invite you to be a part of my course and live coaching community where we cover Facebook theme pages and Etsy print on demand. With any online venture, it is really important that you surround yourself with others that are making this happen. Who you associate with truly matters. If you get yourself around 4 successful people, the likelihood is that you will be the 5th. So here's what to do now. Check all of my resources down below in the description box, set up your free Printify account, get it connected to your Etsy store, and then dive into how I actually do research for winning Etsy listings. I have a full playlist. So if you got value from this video, please give this a big thumbs up for the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe so you're notified every time I release a new video, which is every single week. Make it an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one.